are going to get these channel messages out. So some of y'all may not realize that you have a hidden benefit right now. Okay? Now, these messages are time sensitive. Okay? Very time sensitive. As I said, there's divine timing for messages. So if you happen to get these messages later in the day or just even an hour after me, it's too late. Okay? I just want to remind y'all about divine timing when getting messages. Okay? I don't know why I felt like I had to tell y'all this, but some of y'all gotta stop listening to people who always want to tell you about something that has already happened to you. They should be giving you guidance for the moment, for the hour, guidance for the rest of the day. It shouldn't be like, oh, you were doing this and you saw this person and you had this going on. A real spiritual coach is always going to guide you, okay? And they're going to be right on time, okay? So y'all need to consider who you are choosing as a spiritual coach, who you are choosing to listen to and follow. This is a very serious thing right now because some of y'all need to realize that that is also something you're supposed to be setting up boundaries with. Some of y'all need to set up boundaries in your social life, your spiritual life, okay? Your spiritual belief versus someone else's, or your spiritual practices versus someone else's, or your work versus someone else's work. You need to set up boundaries between you and other people who keep trying to beat you in it or try to match you in it. So one of the most important words right now is boundaries. This is mental health boundaries, and it's also family related boundaries, but also workplace boundaries, okay? So just keep that word in your mind today, boundaries, because you may have someone who wants you to fold, throw in the towel, quit, give up, so they can be left everything, so they can end up getting everything that you were supposed to get, okay? Somebody wants you to quit in the game when it's almost top of the ninth. They want you to check out, okay? They're hoping you'll fold. Now, someone said that to me yesterday, and then it came as a download, and then I actually saw that phrase. So that is definitely a message the angels were trying to get to you. Somebody wants you to fold, okay? So, somebody wants to be able to just take your place or whatever you're inherited. Somebody wants to be able to go on and people to think that you was the fake and they was the real. Okay? You was the problem and they weren't. All right. Okay? Hi, Creed. So boundaries is sometime you not even responding. It's not like you're saying I'm making myself the loser. It's you literally treating that person like they do not exist. That's also boundaries, okay? Boundaries is also not letting someone pull you into their low vibrational energy. Okay? Because I want y'all to understand that if you let someone break down your boundaries, it affects every other area of your life. You start making other mistakes in your life where you don't make mistakes out anymore. So you might spend too much money or eat too much food or not take care of yourself. Okay? So you're going to be being tested. Are you going to respond to toxic energy attacks? Are you going to respond to passive aggressiveness or petty competitors or people who are trying to take your seat, or you're going to keep pushing? Okay? This climb to the top is getting steep. Okay? Your strength, your passion is being extremely tested. Okay, make sure you're taking time to just breathe through it, to go for a walk. Okay, you may feel like like you're getting fatigued, like whoo, this is getting hard. You cannot push it. You may be tempted to bust through, to push. Don't push. Slow down. Make people wait on you. Say, you know what? I'm getting anxiety from trying to get this work done faster. So I'm just going to like slow down, okay? So I don't lose my breath. You know, the heart health is really at risk right now. Your throat, your heart, your lungs, okay? Especially since, you know, technically we had a lot of water energy affecting us. So you need to be careful about how you use your lungs right now, okay? This is a good time to, you know, eat foods and drink and do things that will help your throat chakra and will help your mental health and your lungs. Okay, especially in the arms. The arms, because the arms are affected by your heart chakra. Okay? So if you're doing push-ups, make sure you're not going in too hard right now. All right. Blessings to you too. Blessings to you too. So, other message I got, and I'm going to give y'all some keywords and key phrases. Now, this stuff was where my angel guides told me to go look at, told me to go see, or they spoke the words out loud to me, or I channeled them using my books, okay? Or I saw synchronicities. So these aren't downloads that just anybody can get, okay? That's why you may end up getting this stuff later in the day because other people got it from me. Yeah, I'm calling it out now, okay? So let's get it out here. Let me give you these messages. So no pushing. Somebody may be trying to push you energetically and it's making you want to push back. So no toxic bull energy. Okay, none of that. Know when to fold them, but not fold like make them the winner, but just cut that person out of your energy. It's coming. Take it easy. Okay? So just try to stay peaceful. All right. Don't even try to destroy your enemies. Don't try to get revenge. That came as a synchronicity. Your hidden benefit is your sensitivity. Move with the moon. Allow yourself to express yourself emotionally. If you have, now we're getting into the elements or zodiac signs. If you have like Capricorn, sun or moon or rising or north or south node or Virgo, don't be so guarded where you don't show your emotions. Let people know how you feel, that it hurt, that it was wrong, and or show compassion, okay? Or be first to detox the situation and to release you both from the situation. Don't just sit up there and turn to stone and imprison yourself in your own heart. You have to open your heart right now. I know you may say that's hard when people are being kind of too mysterious or too covert. But you still have to tell those people how you feel and what you expect and what you need. Okay, you do it peacefully. All right, and you also have to set an example in your family. Okay, somebody in your life may not have a problem with you. It's that something is off with them. They're not healthy emotionally or mentally, and the impact of that is just coming out towards you. It may not be something directly aimed towards you. It may not be that they were just trying to really do you like dirt. It could be that they're very damaged and they have lost their ability to know how to truly love and be sensitive with you. So you have to set an example. You have to show what sensitivity is. That is a benefit right now, okay? All right, it's a benefit. If you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like saying this is hurting me, I'm going through it. I can't take this. I want us to be happy. I need this to work out. Allow yourself to go with the moods and the moods that you're feeling and the emotions. But don't hammer it on the person. Don't take your emotions and stuff them in a bag and beat the person with the bag. Don't do that. Okay? All right. All right. Who can you be? Who can you show sensitivity with? Who can you be a little bit vulnerable with? Even in your business relationships. Who can you tell in your workplace, like, I feel like, the work is going slow. We need to do a little better. I feel like I'm not at my best. I feel like, I feel, that could be hard for some of y'all who have a Capricorn sun or a Capricorn moon or a Capricorn or Virgo. If you have very dominant earth placements in your chart, that could be very hard for you. Okay? So that's like an obstacle that you're going to have to really work on. Okay? It's not going to be easy. Because if you're always someone that's in hardworking, you may have too much earth where you are not allowing yourself to flow with emotions. Okay? All right. Yes, I know it's hard. I know, Creed. But, I'm getting that some of y'all have family members who may be like washed out and they're not telling you. They're actually blind. They're lost and they're not admitting to it. And so they're projecting. So you just need to be the one that shows the compassion and the love. Even if they seem like they're withholding it from you. You have to be the therapist, the healer. And the healer is sensitive. Okay? Some of the most amazing healers are very sensitive people. They're very strong, empathic people. Allow your empathy to flow. Why? Because for the final part of the manifesting to work, it requires true empathy. Okay. All right. You see how I'm trying to be gentle with y'all energy even in here? Because these guidance is also for me. This is for the collective. This is for my divine collective family, which means I'm included as well. Okay? So try to be softer in your approach to other people's toxicity or passive aggressiveness or sneakiness. Okay? Or kind of wishy-washiness. Be peaceful in response to it. All right. So some of y'all may benefit right now from lemongrass. Okay? I got this download yesterday. So if you're into burning lemongrass and vanilla, all right, and orange and zest, you can, this is by Graceful Change. Okay? The lemongrass will definitely help to get rid of, the hidden, very secret, covert, negative energy that may be making everybody messy or may be disturbing somebody's peace. So you can burn some lemongrass. Okay, y'all. I did this video with it faceless because I'm demonstrating how to set up boundaries. Okay? There's a time to be seen and there's a time not to be seen. The morning hours is primarily also for you to make plans to set up boundaries. So you should not be all so thirsty for people to see you. Okay, so let's get some more messages out. Looking at what I wrote down, what they gave me here. All right, so some of y'all have an inspired vision that you may not be sharing. Okay, it's time to share it. It could be for some of y'all, it could be that you want to be a journalist or a blogger or a musician or a singer or an illustrator or an instrumentalist, okay, or an investigator, or you might want to go to school for law, or maybe you were thinking about learning how to use weaponry or military, or maybe you were thinking about becoming a spiritual guru, okay, or maybe you were thinking of starting a musical production company, or maybe you were thinking of getting into interior design, or maybe you were going to teach minimalism or body flow, or maybe you wanted to be a yoga teacher or someone that will teach like how to balance your chakras with like spiritual tools and crystals and things. So those are some areas you might want to think of, okay? Or some of y'all may want to be a cook where you're actually the one that prepares the food, okay? Maybe you want to go into that. Okay. You know, someone that maybe want to get into home makeover with interior design. If you've been dreaming about that, maybe some of you have been dreaming about taking a flight somewhere, flying somewhere, or why am I getting jacuzzi? So maybe somebody like has this thing for outdoor jacuzzis or something of that nature, where you're like actually getting in the sea. So maybe you've been thinking about that. Some of y'all may want to go to the islands. So that's something to think about if you've been thinking about that. Okay. Some of you may be wanting to get into eccentric, unique fashion design. So if you were thinking about experimenting with fashion and creating something that's weird or unique, you know, like something that David Bowie would wear, okay? Or some of the other eccentric models. This is the time to experiment with that. You can go to the thrift store and buy a couple things, cut up the stuff, see what you come up with. Use your imagination, get weird. Okay, you might want to get a little weird right now, a little strange, you know, like the white owl. When you see the owls, you know, like they're a little weird looking. Okay, because of the way their bodies and heads are versus their beaks. So you may want to get into that. Okay, no, it is not a tarot card reading. No. Why does everybody think that because somebody used tarots before, everything is with tarots? No. Okay. You know, I may pull some tarots, I may not. But if you've been on my channel long enough with my 2,000 videos, you know I don't need tarots. Okay? This stuff I told you cannot come from tarots. Okay? It can't. All right? No. Okay. You're very welcome. All right. I'm giving you names for proof. Bruce Lee, okay? Abraham Lincoln. Somebody might be chosen to be um, um, the leader of a nation, or you might want to be a leader. Okay, I was given the name Bruce Lee. All right. I told y'all that my angels like to speak to me through taking me on journeys. So I always know when someone's trying to be like me, because my downloads don't come all the time just like, oh, it just came to me. You know, my angels actually send me on treasure hunts. They actually have me look here. They say, look there, go there. See that? So when I get downloads, they're very rare downloads. And I can get them so early because I'm on a treasure hunt. I hear my angels anytime I want to. 24/7. Okay? And they will actually connect with my stomach. And then they will whisper, look here, go there, or touch that, say this, okay? After looking at that, I can use anything. I can use anything, okay? Which I have demonstrated on this channel already. It don't got to be tarots. So when people like to say, oh, people use tarots, I don't need tarots. So don't ask me anymore. Let's stop asking that question. How many times do I got to show people that I'm synchronized with the angels? I'm done. There is no more synchronicity. I'm done. Okay? I'm not going to get into my chart. But, all right. So somebody said class is in session. Okay. So let me get you your angel messages. The really important ones. Now, I saw 9/11 this week. And then I saw a police officer. The police officer asked me if I was okay. Then I got on YouTube today and somebody put a video on there with a bunch of cops in it. But they got the wrong download. So this is an important time to not hate on police officers. Okay, some of y'all may actually get saved by a police officer or a private investigator or an attorney, or somebody in the law field may actually rescue you. So be careful what you're saying about the police right now. I know this is like weird to hear because, you know, everybody be hating on the police all the time. But we have to give gratitude for our non-toxic law officials, because there are some good ones out there. Okay? All right. So I wanted to get that out. So don't engage in conversations right now where people are saying, oh, somebody going to get locked up. Somebody going to get cut or hurt. You need to say somebody going to be saved by an angel right now. And I got confirmation with the angel numbers. Okay? Something is ending and something is being protected. So speak positive about air. This is a good day to be like, I am so grateful to have air. Ah, I love the air. I love the stars. The stars is giving me so much life. Because, you know, stars give us oxygen. The plants, they get fed oxygen and they give us life. They're working with the stars. So today, give gratitude for green and the stars. I just looked at the TV and I literally saw a bunch of green. So that's confirmation, y'all. Excuse me. Yesterday, my husband sat this green candle on the table. He sat it as the main candle. So that's extra confirmation. I just looked down at my book and saw green. So some of y'all may need to get some green tea. I heard green tea yesterday too. Okay? Green tea is important for growth, hair growth, detoxing, weight loss. The Asian people drink a lot of it. Okay, they drink China green tea. It's to help you get slim. So some of y'all may be trying to get your waist small, or you're trying to sculpture and chisel your body. You need to get some green tea in your diet. Okay, I was looking for my green energy vitamins, and they showed up this morning out of nowhere. So that's confirmation as well. Yeah, I am definitely spiritually descended, and a descendant and ancestor of a very wealthy royal family. I can't tell y'all exactly how I know this, but it's in my chart. Okay? In every single life I had, I was always bone rushed with abundance, whether it was a bunch of gifts or money, or I've always been able to meet rich people. This is in every single life, or I was actually married to somebody who had money, or I was left a bunch of money. This is fated for me. It's always going to be this way. Okay? Because I keep carrying my old ascension level through every life I have. I told y'all that I actually, some people may not believe me, but I actually got confirmation from another psychic. I actually was a part of the group with Jesus. I was. And I died for him. I did. I was told to renounce my oath to Jesus, or I would be hunted down and killed. And I did not renounce it. And I was actually sacrificed by a dark occult for following Jesus. So I was one of the people who was also murdered when Jesus was murdered. Okay? I actually got a confirmation from a very well-known, extremely powerful medium psychic who is well established. I have memories. Sometimes I be time traveling to those memories. And I just wanted confirmation. And the psychic actually told me, I said, why do I have memories of sometime about around, I told her about the stone wall that I'm standing in front of. And I'm like wearing similar clothes that the Virgin Mary was wearing. And why am I there? And why, or whatever. And I said, and I feel like Jesus might have been there or something. And she gave me confirmation. So I was actually a high priestess that followed Jesus. Okay. I was also celibate. I'm very old. My soul is very old. I don't think I'm coming back. I don't think my soul energy is going to come back for a second time. From what I've been getting is that I'm going to be an angel again. I was already an angel on the other side before. Any psychic can do a reading on me, they're going to say she's not lying. I was already an angel on the other side before, and I was a guardian near the court. So, yeah. In this life, I am one of the karma delivery angels. I'm chosen to be an executioner, a deliverer of karma. All right? Either to release somebody or get them stuck. All right? I've already learned to be obedient, okay, to the spiritual world, to respect it. And so in this life, I've been granted the right to be someone who will deliver someone's karma, whether it's good or bad. Because God knows I won't abuse it, and I won't do it to be mean and bitter, and I can still be merciful because I learned how to in my South Node energy. Okay? All right. So I'm just sharing a little bit about myself because y'all always get me coaching, but don't y'all want to know? Okay, synchronicity, y'all. I just saw 9/11. Did I not mention 9/11 earlier in this video? And then I look at the clock and I just saw 9/11. All right, alarms, y'all. Alarm bells. Okay, I keep getting cop energy. I keep getting police energy. Warden energy. All right now. Justice energy. So justice is about to be served. Okay, especially since I was seeing some sixes over the last 24 hours. So somebody about to get justice. All right, somebody is realizing that they made a mistake by not, somebody might have some incomplete business with you, or they, y'all, look, I keep picking up that somebody was ashamed of themselves. Somebody had something that they was ashamed of. You know, it might have been something about their body, looks, or the way they treat themselves. So they purposely stayed away from you because they knew they was a mess. But instead of cleaning themselves up and finishing, they kept you stuck because they were supposed to bring something to you. They knew what they were supposed to bring to you. They knew what they were supposed to provide for you. But they was ashamed of who they were. They was too busy trying to impress you. They were so concerned about their messy image, didn't follow through with their download. They was given the downloads of what they're supposed to bring into your life, and they disobeyed the downloads. So now they're in judgment. Okay, for some of y'all, it may be a male. For some of y'all, it may be your brother. It may be someone who was like a brother to you. I just got brother. If it's not a brother, it's a very masculine female who's messy. She might be a Capricorn. Dominant Capricorn energy, or, yeah, something of that nature. Somebody hasn't learned, somebody hasn't in your life hasn't learned to be sensitive with sensitivity. Somebody you have to teach that to. It could be somebody in your family, or somebody that may have been like a brother, or you almost saw like a family member. Y'all had almost like a family, or y'all got some old ancient connection or whatever. They're in judgment. And for some of y'all, it's a couple of people. For some of y'all, it's a female and a male, or a male, female, and a female. Y'all, it's just, it is what it is. I'm only the messenger. Let's see what they got here. All right. They wasn't sensitive with you. They was reckless, and they was ruthless, and they was hard, and they tried to be numb towards you. And now they're in judgment. And they were being numb because they was insecure, and they was low-key jealous of you. They was competing with you. They was competing with you with your body. Some of y'all was with the body. The way your body's built. Something about that. They had some sort of jealous energy. And for some of y'all, it was the fact that you seem to be lucky. You seem to get money, or you might have got a job that they didn't have at the time, or whatever. So something about that. And they was jealous of something to do with your earth energy. So they end up being messy with theirs. Something about that. And now they being messy. Now their judgment is to be out of their mind. Okay? They're getting some karma to do with their mental health. And that's their karma. All right? They're stuck. Y'all, can y'all see me? Why is this frozen? Oh my goodness. I'm running my mouth. Can y'all see me? Oh my goodness. Y'all, I was talking and everything. Y'all couldn't even hear me or see me. Y'all see how this is getting toxic? They're screwing around with my video. My video froze just now. So what I'm telling y'all, what I was telling y'all is that somebody is being punished mentally. They're being stuck and they're something's happening with their mental health. Okay? Because they destroyed their physical health through some sort of arrogance and toxicity, jealous energy. The jealous energy and the competitive energy made them destroy themselves. It literally made them destroy themselves. And they're going to stay stuck until they show some sensitivity, okay, with you and respect your boundaries. This person might have been talking about your relationships, your work-life choices, how you make your money, your body or whatever. Okay, they could have been judging your family and you if they were just a friend, you know. So they're in judgment. Okay, there was a hypocrite. I'm hearing hypocrite. They know that their life was a mess, but they were sitting around with this petty gossip about you and then showing up and being insensitive towards you. Okay, so they was very covert. So that's why they're in judgment. Do not help them. Do not give them any advice when it comes to their health or their mental health. You have to let them come to you. Okay? You can, somebody said spoon. You can say, you know, well, I hope you get well or whatever. But it's time to let them come to you. You tell them how you feel, but you wait till they ask for your help. They are being tested if they're going to humble themselves because they did not respect your boundaries. Okay? All right. So let's get some more messages out here. You may be called to do some light work today. So you need to help divine ones, okay? If they're feeling like their mind or fatigue or breathless, you need to bring some guidance to the spiritual community today. You know, you could just send some scriptures to your friends or, you know, send something to them or whatever and see if you see if you can help them just by sending them to God. Okay, so let's get some extra messages and then we're going to close out. Here we go. We're going to speed up the pace of this video because we got to get some breath work and rest. We have to do some breathing today. Yeah, okay. Build your relationship with the spiritual. Pen a letter to your angels, asking them to reveal themselves to you with unique signs and symbols. So ask the angels to reveal themselves to you. Okay? All right. Let's see. For some reason, the number 5, somebody could be trying to keep you from setting goals or making plans or changing things. So just be careful of that energy. It could be just a very sneaky type of energy that's keeping you from taking the, you know, letting the change happen. All right, so your goal today is to make inner peace a priority when change comes. Okay? You know that you're tethered to something it cannot touch. Meditate today with the visualization of your inner peace, tying you firmly to the universe. So it's time for you to get flexible. So I would say go outside and sit in nature. You know, you might want to take you know, if you're into smoking CBD, you might want to take CBD with you. You know, smoke that if you're into that. And you might want to get you a good book and get some, some guidance. You can get you a book of quotes, You can get you some scriptures. You can get you, a book on manifesting. I'm not going to show all my books because, as I said, a magician never shows all of their resources. Never does that. Okay. So if you were thinking about, I'm hearing angels in the outfield. So I don't know if some of you ever saw that movie, Angels in the Outfield. Or, where they say, if you build it, they will come. Remember in that movie, oh, y'all, I just got vibrations. That's confirmation. I just got vibrations up and down my body. Okay, I literally did. I heard angels in the outfield. Whoo, child. Okay. My goodness. So, Holy Spirit wants you to start living in the moment of your breakthroughs, okay? Don't think about where you just came from or where you may end up. Think about the moment. You remember in the movie Angels in the Outfield where he was like building this ballpark? He was like standing in the field and he was like visualizing like, his field, being complete, and he was dreaming it. And then once he completed it, like his whole field became like a bunch of angels. And other people can't, y'all, these angels is turning up. Woo, my goodness. They touch it and touch it and touch it. Woo, woo. So some of y'all may be feeling ascension coming. It might be a level of ascension. It might be an ascension breakthrough on its way. Woo. I just saw Heaven's Gate. So somebody's going through Heaven's Gate. Woo. My goodness. Okay, there was an important message that I think everyone needs to get. I'm going to find out more why. It has to do with a certain angel number. Woo, these angels is turning up. Phew, I felt like a whole bunch of holy hands just went down my body just now. Woo. And then I heard achieve a goal. And I looked on TV and it said achieve a goal. That's confirmation. Wow. It was something about achieving a goal. Okay, so let's get this. Okay, so practice unconditional love today. Not only for others, but for yourself. Journal today about being vulnerable. Y'all, did I not give y'all that as a download? And it didn't came out in the angel number I just saw. It didn't came out. So vulnerable. Journal about vulnerability that occurs when you demonstrate unconditional love to yourself and others. So y'all dealing with somebody who don't want to be vulnerable. They want you to be vulnerable, but they don't want to be vulnerable. Okay, this person could have been making you see 919. I just saw 919 when I said that. So this person could be keeping you into thinking, maybe you were thinking about letting them go, and then you got back with them, and then you was by yourself, and then you had got with them again, and then somebody keep on keeping you in cycles of, yeah, okay, I just saw beginning again, begin now. Somebody got you in a cycle of where you are being vulnerable, and they are not. They're being ruthless energetically. All right? They want you to feel like what you are doing is insignificant. What you are giving, what work you're doing in the family or the workplace, they want you to feel like it's insignificant. So they want you to regret being vulnerable and being generous. They want you to regret that so that you can get emotionally messy. Don't go in there. So you will be in that stuck energy, and they will feel like they have some sort of power over you. Okay? So today, you need to journal about how can you be vulnerable and still be okay with it. And you don't let nobody make you feel that you're foolish for being vulnerable. Okay? So you have to find a way to be, talk about being vulnerable today. For me being vulnerable is getting on camera. Y'all know how much I don't like that. Okay? So that's me being vulnerable. Me being vulnerable is sharing some of my life. I'm a very private person. All right. I had to start sharing my life on this channel and telling my stories. That was very hard. It literally took me 5 years to get deep into doing that. All right. So be vulnerable, share your pain. Don't be worried if someone's going to, run off and do it against you. Use it against you. You're protected. So don't worry if someone's going to use your pain as a weapon against you. You're protected right now. You have angels in the outfield. Okay. Oh, hi, everybody. She ain't just moving past this terrible movie mix-up. All right. I don't know what somebody's saying, but they could go here. Somebody don't want to be vulnerable in here. All right, I got angels in the outfield, but I also got the one. I'm getting both. I'm seeing scenes, y'all. Okay, remember I told y'all that my angels show me images. I'm getting the movie where the guy was trying to build a ball field. They're showing me the picture. And they said also angels in the outfield. They're telling me, okay, first of all, those spirits that was on that guy's ball field, they were still angels. So whoever tried to correct me, you're wrong. Okay? When he built that ball field, those were dead baseball players, but they were supposed to be like his angel guides because they were helping him to manifest. So you're still wrong, okay? The angels just touched me and they gave me confirmation. I'm right, okay? Instead of arguing, ask me what I mean. Ask for clarity, okay? Yeah, I heard if you build it, they will come. And I saw the image in my head. Because of my natal chart, my angels will hold up pictures and let me see them. Okay? They will flash images at me. Movies and artwork and things like that. Our angels speak to us in many different ways. Okay? My angels love to speak to me through dreams and images because I'm a natural medium. They know I can see them. They know I can see them if I want to. So of course they're going to like, oh, okay, you're not afraid to see, so we'll just show you stuff. I literally said that they were saying angels. They're still angels. Okay, period. All right. I said both movies. See, there's people in here that's not giving gratitude. They're going to be the ones that's be out of breath. They're going to be the ones trying to see a doctor, a medical doctor. All this arguing, all this being combative, not respecting my boundaries, I clearly said, okay? Kids are angels, but so are people from the other side who are helping us. They still can be angel guides. So in both movies, there were angels. They don't have to have wings. They don't have to be like, oh, they look like an angel. They could be a human being, can still be a celestial being. Even if they're on the other side, they could have gotten ranked to be an angel. Okay, so let's clear that up. Okay. No, they weren't ghosts. Okay. Do you want to go in timeout? Do you want to go in timeout? Because that's where you're on your way. Ghosts have no respect for your boundaries. Ghosts be haunting. Ghosts, they're watching a lot. Okay, do never compare a ghost to an angel guide. Okay, most of the time the ghosts, they're in it for themselves. They're not concerned about your breakthroughs and stuff. They're ghosts. Okay. All right. So you can get in time out for thinking you can compare. People need to start researching the difference between ghosts, spooks, earthbound spirits, and angels. Do not mesh them together. All right. Just because they're on the other side, don't make them ghosts. All right. Ghosts have a different way of behaving and acting. Usually they got a hunting way to them. Usually they're just watchers and spies and just hanging on to life and they don't want to go to the other side. But angels, they stop in and they don't mind going back to the light. They don't mind going to the light. They're not just hanging around all day, every day, and not respecting your boundaries. Those are ghosts. Okay. Oh my gosh. People be like too busy. Don't use movies to teach you about the spiritual side. The movies love to tell you that every being on the other side is a ghost. No, they're not. And that's disrespectful to call angels people that have come to guide you. It's disrespectful to call them ghosts. I'm not going to call somebody who's mentally challenged or not sane. I'm not going to call them a zombie. Y'all, I'm just saying. Y'all. I cannot, y'all. I cannot. People are looking to prove how intelligent they are. Them are the people who don't respect your intellectual boundaries. Those are the people who are going to be stuck. They're going to be falling down the hill. They're going to run out of air. I guarantee. Anyone that challenges you intellectually right now, when you're blessing them, okay, when you feeding them and you giving them wisdom, those people are going to go right back down the hill. They're not going to make it to the peak. They're going to fall. They're not even going to make it the rest of the way. They're going to be the ones to say, I got burnout. That's what they're going to be saying in 2 weeks. I got burnout. Y'all. Wow. Yeah, they can all be in the same atmosphere. Yeah. Normally they're not standing side by side, but they can be in actually the same room. You can have everybody in there. You can have your ancestors in there, the ghosts that just want to hang on to life and suck your energy. Because ghosts normally they're there to steal your life force. Okay? They won't let go of life. They won't move on. Spooks, they're normally just out of control, upset spirits. You know, you can say they're kind of low-key. Wild banshees, poltergeists, they're the ones that knock things over in your house that just look wild, okay? They're also kind of like trying to spook you and make you scared you, make you uncomfortable. It's like they're trying to get even because they're, and they're normally people that might have died a horrific, sad, disturbing death and are bitter and deranged and stuff, okay? Then you got earthbound spirits who think that they're still in charge of you. They still think that they can still run your life, or, they're monitoring you and running back and turning other humans against you and stuff and stealing your stuff and hiding things from you. You could have earthbound spirits doing that. But then you also got ancestors who are still like guides. And then you got actual angels, okay? Actual angels of different things that they do, okay? And they all come when you are in dire need of them, okay? They're not going to waste their time coming to you when you really don't need them. So if you are seeing the angel number 6, all right, you probably need a lot of protection. So that's why you got some of the most powerful angels, the angels that come with weaponry and stuff like that. Whether it's intelligent weaponry, magic weaponry, or physical spiritual weaponry. But then you also got the various demonic demon society who are sneaking in through portals, who are lurking in corners, who are like trying to rush at you and then getting blocked by the angels. They are allowed to watch at a distance because the angels cannot interfere with what the shadow world is allowed to do. They can step in when they are trying to come for a divine one, but they're not allowed to stop them from watching. A demon can watch you all day, okay? Don't get it twisted. They can sit by your closet. They love closets, okay? So if you ever want to know where a demon probably is at, okay, an entity that has never had a human form, that is literally just from some sort of beast or creature, or one that's kind of wearing a low-key disguise, but you can still tell it's a demon from its eyes. A demon will always have the eyes of a demon. They can't hide that. A lot of them will hide near closets, okay? Because closets are so dark, all right, that they can come through portals near those, and you might not be able to sense them, okay? So this is why it's important to always cleanse near your closet, near doorways, near a closet door. Okay? When you hear that phrase, monster in my closet, kids know. They feel a monster near the closet. What they're feeling is demonic energy. Okay? They may not see the monster, but they know that the monster is there. I've seen them with my own eyes. I literally woke up and just saw demons hanging out near the closets. Okay? All different kinds. I'm not going to describe them all. I've seen them plenty. Okay? What they look like on the outside, so shape-shifting ones that don't even have a body, when it's just literally a type of shadow, and some of them that manipulate the energy force field so you don't see them all the way, but you can still see their face, all type of tricks and stuff. But I know some of y'all want to talk about this because of the air energy, but we don't want them to get overconfident and get triggered and pissed off because they're exposed. Remember that demons, whether they're on the other side, they hate to be exposed. And they don't like it when divine ones are telling too much about them. They start trying to execute other plans and try to do sneak attacks more because they're mad. Okay? They like to fly under the radar a lot of the light. All right, so I shared a little bit, okay? Some of y'all attract only certain type of demons. Some of y'all are around demons that are other people's demons, and you came near, and that demon now on is following you. It didn't hop from someone else's body to yours. You can have neighbors who live upstairs, and their demons can go through the portal or come down to your crib. That was happening to me at my old apartment, the last place I lived at. We moved out because my neighbor upstairs was living a very toxic life. Drugs, alcohol, criminal activity. So his demons was coming down to our apartment. We didn't see no demons till he moved in upstairs. And he started saying that he was like feeling demon attacks. And then out of nowhere, they started coming to our house. And y'all, ghost hunters was actually supposed to come to my house. They literally verified that my house was haunted. I sent them like recordings, pictures, and they said all my stuff was authentic. Ghost hunters were supposed to come to my house. But because I had a baby, I was scared that the demons would go and take it out on my baby. So I told them, no, I can't, as much as I want y'all to come and try to bring somebody to get these demons out of here, I don't want them punishing my child. My child is a high priestess too, my daughter. So she was actually seeing them and calling it out. She was actually hearing and seeing them. She was a toddler, literally calling these demons out. and saying, Mom, there's an entity, there's something here, it's ugly or whatever. So what I'm saying is, no one has to believe you, but when I tell you the other dimensions is real, okay? It is real. It is definitely real. Some people, they can live in denial, but energy don't lie. They may not say, I don't see the demons, but I feel something. Okay, then that's what you're feeling. That energy that you don't know that came out of nowhere that's attacking you, it does have a form. Okay? The mission of every single demonic energy is to distract you from your inheritance, hide your inheritance, or steal it. Okay? Some of y'all family members think that you stole their inheritance and that you were going to steal it, and so they stole it from you when really it was always your inheritance. I had that happen to me. I had a family member try to steal the inheritance because they thought that I stole it, when really it was given to me. They weren't chosen, but they believed they were chosen because of their position in the family. See, we've been raised by society that according to your seat in the family, you get the money. But that's not true. Okay? Just because you're the oldest, or your auntie or your uncle or your big bro, it doesn't mean you get the money. Okay? You have to earn it spiritually. So even if you're the oldest sibling and you're toxic and you're conceited and self-absorbed and entitled and ruthless, you will not be left the family generational wealth. God will not leave it for you. Even if you think because you're older you should get it, you will not get it. And one way you'll know you won't get it is you will never have as much knowledge, divine knowledge, as the person who is chosen to get it. See, that's a part of getting your inheritance, where you'll always be drawn to someone who is getting theirs. All right? You'll always be drawn to someone who is getting theirs, and you will respect their boundaries. I'm getting mine. I know how I'm supposed to get mine. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do to get mine. You're drawn to me because you're supposed to get yours. And if you're respecting my boundaries and you're not getting in my way or trying to take mine, then that's confirmation that you're supposed to get yours. That you're chosen too. Okay? There is some things you need to know to get locked into your frequency that matches that inheritance. But I'm not going to tell it all in this video, okay? Some things I'm not allowed to tell. They told me some things I can. I gotta make sure that I'm paid for it. Sometimes I'll throw y'all out a nugget, a wonderful nugget, but I can't give y'all all the nuggets for free. Okay? Knowledge is still wealth. I have to respect what it's supposed to provide. Okay. Yeah, that's right. And your ancestor, exactly. Yeah, you know that you're the one chosen for your generational wealth is when you felt like your family was always trying to take you out or use you up or hold you down or make you the family slave. That's how you know you're the chosen one. That's how you know. Everybody try to act like you're supposed to work for them. You're supposed to fight for them. You're supposed to come through for them. You're supposed to hear all their baggage and their emotional problems. They treat you like you are a priestess that they got chained in a dungeon somewhere. That is how you know. That is how you know. If you ever doubt it, say that you actually feel like you was like the ultimate family slave. That's how you know. Not just a slave, not just disrespected by your mama. It seemed like it was contagious in your family. So like one person after another, after another, after another, just seemed like they had no respect for your boundaries and no respect for your energy. Okay, that's how you know. If you can sit here and say, well, there's a bunch of people in my family that I get along with, you know, me and this person in my family looks out for me, I can tell you right now, you may not be chosen for the generational wealth. Your entire family will be able to sense in your energy that you are the one. They will always sense it. All right? Everybody likes to think that they're chosen for generational wealth because of who they are. Oh, it's my character. Look, a lot of people don't admit to their true character. They live in denial. They don't do soul reflection, so they think they're such a good person that that's why they're chosen. But they don't look at their journey. The past do decide what you get. Your past behaviors. All right? Your selflessness. If your family is very selfish and self-absorbed, they're not the chosen one. If you have been the one who've been selfless a lot, one of the most selfless people, put your life on the line for family members. Charge in to fight for them. Share everything with them. Even when they don't share with you, even when they didn't come through you, come through with you, you came through with them. Even when they treated you like an outsider, you still gave them love and respect. Then you know that you are the one because you was merciful. Your family members weren't merciful for your downfalls, for your heartache, for your bad days, they wasn't merciful. They're not chosen. They're not. They're never going to do it. I'm sorry. You know, I got to tell it to y'all real. They're never going to respect your energy. Never, ever. You are showing up like you are already the Cave of Wonders. You're literally showing up as Aladdin. You're literally showing up with this free-spirited of the universe is always working in my favor. They don't feel that way. They're faking. They don't feel that way. They're lying to you. They can feel that you truly believe that. So they're never going to respect your energy. You have something that they don't have. The belief that God will always come through when you need God to come through. You always get back to that energy. Okay, you're not lying to yourself about it. You're not basing it on because you got a lot of money before, so that's how you know. You're basing it on about who you are, who you know you truly are, and the good deeds and the selfless acts that you have done. And you're basing it on the way you've been feeling and thinking. So you know that God will always come through for you. They don't feel that way. That's why they don't respect you. That's why they use you. That's why they try to force you to do things for them. That's why they try to manipulate you to cater to them. Because they don't have that faith. They're not done getting that faith. They're not done. You have to set the example. The reason why you are chosen to get that wealth, and they will have to see some of your journey, is because you're teaching them what faith really is. What it really means to be faithful to God and to have faith that it could only be shaken briefly and it's all the way back. Okay? My faith has never been destroyed to the point where I just destroy everybody around me and my family and anybody I come in contact with. You know that your family does that. You know you can name plenty of people that do that. You have never went that far. So that's how you know you have learned what it means to have true faith, clean faith. You know. Okay? You know this. They don't have it. Okay? They don't have it. They're beating on the door to God. They're hammering God and saying, do this, da 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 da. And they're hammering you. Somebody will do me wrong. And I'll walk away within a minute and say, well, I'm not worried because I know that I'm covered, so I'm cool. Because I know how I am. I know what I think. And I know how I respond to people who disrespect me. I know I don't sit there cursing them and putting spell work on them in my mind and trying to make something happen to them to get even. I don't do that type of stuff. I don't imagine bad things happening to them. I don't even, tear them down to the ground and keep tearing them down because I'm trying to get even. I give them warnings. I say, you better stop because something may happen to you. I tell my family that all the time. I say, you better stop what you're doing because do you realize that energy always come back? You don't want to manifest something bad. I try to warn them. Of course, sometimes they don't listen. Then they get their karma and then they say they should have listened. There's nothing I can do. I can't force anyone to recognize that karma is real. There's nothing I could do with that. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I know. A lot of people, they think that a lot of people don't see that there's more than one. When you go to court, spiritual court, to get your inheritance, you are given questions. It might even be the questions is all around you already. There's not just answers around you. There are questions. And these angels are asking you things. They're asking you to see if you're being vengeful. Are you being vengeful? Or are you being merciful? If you can't say yes, then no. Are you helping people with with always the intentions to get something back? Is everything you do just to get money? Is that why you teach psychic guidance? Are you shallow? Are you a shallow teacher? Because you want people to give you more energy than you give to help them? There are questions. You have to ask yourself this because you have to deep dive into your own spirit. So you'll know that really, are you really chosen to get that money? And once you start checking off some of those questions and cleaning up the list, you'll start to see more signs and symbols and you'll start having higher ranks of ascension. Okay, and you'll start to feel like you're kind of getting ideas and downloads about where your wealth is going to come from. Okay, first of all, if you're manifesting money and your compassion level is not growing at the same time, then you're doing some type of low vibrational magicianal trick to get that inheritance. As you manifest your money, okay, and even when you have days where you're only getting $1 or $2. If your energy is not the same, if you're not as faithful in believing in God, when you're only getting $5 some days, then you are not chosen for that wealth. You're doing some sort of emotional manipulation or energetic manipulation to get it. As I said, some people will be triggered, but I have to speak the truth. If you get $5 on your video, and it doesn't pull you in to that same peaceful feeling of that you're making progress. Proof as you're making progress as when you get $100 on your video, then you are not chosen for that wealth that you're getting. Okay? That's why y'all have to start paying attention to how your spiritual coaches act when they're in the desert. When they're in the desert. Okay? When they're in the desert, do they act vain, arrogant? Do they try to sell their body to you? Market their body to you? Do they seem like they're not at peace? They don't have gratitude? Because a real spiritual coach will find it very easy to have gratitude even when they're having a very silent day where their bank account is not moving. Okay? And most true spiritual people chosen for wealth, they're stoics. Period. They're stoics. Some of y'all don't realize that a lot of these spiritual people who are saying that they're covered and favored, that they're chosen for the wealth, they're showing you right before their eyes that they're not. The way they are cursing at you all the time, the way they are acting materialistic, bragging in every video, constantly bragging. Y'all know I do many videos on this channel where I don't even talk about myself. I don't brag about my gifts. Sometimes I'll stop and tell y'all the history of my spirit. But if I feel like someone's doing a lot of spell work on me, I might call them out in the video and tell them, you're going to pay for it. That their spell work didn't work. Okay? I might do that. But I'm never going to have that energy of, look at me, you see me, I got this going on with my body and this and that. That's not high priestess energy. It's not, y'all. Y'all better start monitoring. See, like, does this person always seem like they're always marketing their body or some sort of toxic personality to get you to believe that they're covered and favored? And I'm saying this because you do become who you keep having faith in. You have to be careful who you have faith in, who you believe in. Because you're saying you want their powers. You want their karmic energy field. You are willing to be, you're open to receive their energy. Soon as I sense that someone is doing some sort of energy manipulation or physically manipulating me in their readings, and they're not humble, and they're putting on airs or whatever and bragging too much, I fly out of that video because I know that I don't want their energy. I don't want what they're going to get. Somebody said they humble you. It's not your job to humble anybody. Okay? It's your job to just teach. That is it. You state facts and you state the truth. But if you spitting opinions at people, thinking that's going to humble them, saying, you're not that cute, you're not that attractive, someone else got more money than you, you're broke, that car's not all that. If you're saying all that to humble people, then you are toxic. Okay? If you're saying all that, if you think you got to humble somebody with their looks and their beauty and their car and say, your body's not all that. Your car's not all that. You don't look that good. You don't know what you're doing. You ain't as good as me. There's somebody always better than you. If you say that stuff like that, you are literally covert narcissistic ways. I'm sorry. Now don't ask questions if you really don't want to know the answer. All right? You have to be like the angels. Deal with the truth, the facts. Do not sprinkle your opinions in it, because opinions are biased. Okay, I'm through. I don't do people who have opinions. I don't do them. I don't do them. If a family member start coming out with opinions about me and this and that, I cut them off. I'm done. No. We need to stick to the story, stick to the truth, and stick to the facts. Okay, y'all, I got to get ready to go. I'm going to save the rest of the messages for a bonus video. Okay, y'all? I got somewhere to be. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you'd like to send a cash donation, you can send it to my Cash App at @Coach V Hunter or to my PayPal. Thank you very much for all the donations. Bye, everybody.